What if the most dangerous place on Earth is right below us? Not in the skies, not in space, but deep down. Under the ocean, we walk on land and think we know our world. We see the sun, trees, roads, and cities. But there's another world. A hidden one. A dark, cold, silent place that covers over 70% of our planet. It's the ocean, and it's not just deep. It's almost completely unknown. Scientists say that over 80% of the deep sea is unexplored. That means we know more about the moon than our own oceans. Think about that. We send people to space, but we're scared to go down into the deep sea. Why? Because strange things happen down there. Things that science cannot explain. Sounds we don't understand, creatures we can't identify, and places no human has ever been. Some say it's just too hard to explore. Too dark, too cold, too much pressure. But others believe there's more to it than that. Some believe that the deep sea is hiding something terrifying in the last few years. Deep sea cameras have recorded things that look ... wrong. Long moving shapes, eyes that reflect no light, and creatures that look like they came from nightmares. Some of these clips were quickly taken down. Others were explained away by experts. But if you look close, the explanations don't always make sense. Could it be that something is down there? Something we're not supposed to see? In 1997, a loud sound shook the ocean. Scientists called it the bloop. It was louder than a blue whale. It didn't come from a ship or an explosion, and it came from deep underwater. To this day, no one knows what made it. And that's just one mystery. There are dozens more. Why? Are so many military submarines lost without a trace? Why do some sonar scans show moving shapes bigger than any known animal? Why are entire regions of the sea marked as off-limits? This is not a story about fish or coral. This is a story about secrets hidden in the black water. And here's the truth. The more we look, the more we find. And the more we find, the stranger things get. In this video, we'll take you deep into the parts of the ocean where no sunlight reaches. We'll show you real creatures that look like monsters. We'll talk about real missions that went wrong. And we'll ask one simple question. What if we were never meant to explore the deep sea? Stay with us till the end of the video, and you'll hear a theory that many scientists are too afraid to say out loud. A theory that connects missing submarines, secret sounds, and creatures with no known origin. You won't find this in school books or science shows, but once you hear it, you'll never look at the ocean the same way again. Are you ready to go deeper? Let's begin. The ocean is deep, deeper than most people can imagine. It starts off calm, you see blue waves, sunlight, and fish. But the deeper you go, the darker it becomes. At some point, there is no more light, only blackness. That place is called the midnight zone. But it goes even deeper than that, much deeper. Below the midnight zone is a place called the hadal zone. It starts around 20,000 feet down. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. At that depth, sunlight cannot reach. The water is freezing, and the pressure is so strong it can crush a human like a soda can. This is a place where no normal life should exist, but it does. Strange creatures live there. They don't need sunlight. Some don't even have eyes. Some glow in the dark. Others move in ways we've never seen. But how do we know this? We've only sent a few submarines that deep. Most of them are robotic, because it's too dangerous for people. In fact, we've explored more of Mars than the deep ocean. That's not just a fun fact, it's real. NASA has detailed maps of other planets, but they don't have clear maps of the deep sea on Earth. Why? Some say it's just hard to reach, but others believe something more is going on. Here's what's strange. Some areas of the ocean are marked as restricted or classified. Why would an empty ocean need to be hidden? What's there that we're not allowed to see? In 2014, a deep-sea mission lost contact with its robot. It was exploring a trench in the South Pacific. The team says the signal cut out suddenly. They tried to bring the machine back, but it was gone. No warning, no crash signal, just disappeared. Some believed it hit a rock, but the equipment was built to survive crushing pressure. And nothing ever came back, no parts, no pieces, nothing. That was not the first time this happened in 1968. A U.S. Navy submarine called the USS Scorpion vanished. It had 99 men on board. It sank somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. The US government never explained what really happened when it was finally found. It was broken in strange ways. The back end was twisted. The front was torn apart. Experts said it looked like an attack. Not an accident, but no enemy claimed it. And no one was ever blamed. Just silence. Some people think the ocean did it. Others believe something else did. Something we haven't met yet. Deep-sea explorers talk about fear. Not just fear of pressure or failure, but fear of the unknown. One man who piloted a deep-sea sub said this: "It felt like something was watching us, but there was nothing on the sonar. Nothing. But it still felt real. Can the ocean itself make us feel fear? Or is something actually down there?" The truth is, we don't know, and that's what makes it so terrifying. In 2012, a research ship near the Mariana Trench picked up something strange. They were scanning the ocean floor, looking for deep ridges, but instead, they saw something. Moving dot, it was large, it was slow, and it didn't match any known fish or whale. The object didn't make noise, it didn't show bones or a clear shape, just a long, thick shadow about the size of a submarine. When the team tried to scan it again, it was gone, vanished from the screen. They told their story at a marine science event, but nobody believed them. The recordings were never released. Why not? Another team in Japan once dropped a camera 30,000 feet into the sea. What they saw shocked them. It wasn't just strange fish, it was the way the animals moved. One creature had a body like a jellyfish, but a mouth with rows of teeth. Another had no eyes, but somehow turned toward the camera. The footage was never aired on TV, but a few images leaked online. Most people thought they were fake, but experts say the camera was real, and the depth confirmed. There is something unsettling about the deep sea, not just because it's dark, but because it doesn't follow the rules we know. Some scientists believe deep-sea creatures may have alien-like biology. They survive on chemicals, not sunlight. They live in boiling water, near vents. They even eat plastic and metal. Yes, metal. Some bacteria were found eating through sunken ships. Slowly, quietly. That's not normal. That's not what we learned in school. If life can survive without sunlight, heat, or even air, what else can it do? What else is down there? And what if something more intelligent lives in the deep? That idea scares people. That's why most documentaries stop at a certain depth. They show coral reefs, sharks, whales, but they don't go deeper. They don't talk about what we haven't seen. Some say it's because there's nothing left to find, but others think we're just not ready to know. The black unknown, that's what some deep-sea explorers call it, a place without maps, a place where science meets fear. And we've only scratched the surface. Think about this. Every time we go deeper, we find something new. Not just new fish or rocks, but entire ecosystems, whole worlds. Hidden below, scientists once believed nothing could live past a certain depth. Then they found creatures at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, worms, shrimp, jelly-like animals, things that should not be alive under that much pressure. But they were, in 2020, a deep diving mission recorded strange blinking lights. They were far below where any human light could reach, too deep for scuba divers, too deep for most submarines. What was flashing? No one knows. Some experts said it might be a type of bioluminescent creature, but they had never seen that pattern before. The light blinked in sets of 3, then paused, then blinked again. Some people wondered, was it a signal? Was something trying to communicate? If so, who or what is down there? No one could answer, and maybe that's the real fear. Not what we know, but what we don single quotes. The deeper we go, the stranger it gets. The rules change. Life becomes harder to explain, and yet something keeps pulling us back. We keep sending machines. We keep risking lives. Why? Because we need to know. We need to understand what's hiding in the black water, even if the truth is terrifying, even if the truth changes everything we believe. They call it the black unknown for a reason. It's not just a part of the ocean. It's a place full of secrets, some too big, some too dark, and some maybe too dangerous to ever uncover. But we're not done, because in the next chapter, we go deeper. We'll show you real creatures that science can't explain. Some have been caught on camera, some only in stories, but all of them horrifying. Are you ready to meet them? Let's go. The deep sea is not empty. It is alive, but not with the animals we know. Not dolphins, not sharks, not even whales. The deep sea has creatures that look like they came from nightmares. Creatures with glowing skin, transparent heads, long, twisting arms and teeth too big for their mouths. Some of them don't even look real, but they are. Let's start with the fangtooth fish. It's small, about the size of your hand, but its teeth are the biggest compared to its body in the whole ocean, so big in fact that it can't close its mouth fully. It lives over 16,000 feet deep. That's 5 times deeper than most submarines go. In the dark, alone, hunting anything that moves. Then there's the barrelli fish. This one looks like it came from another planet. It has a see-through head. Yes, clear skin over its brain. Inside, you can see 2 green, glowing eyes. Scientists didn't believe it at first. They thought the photos were fake. But it's real, and it's been caught on deep-sea cameras more than once. Why does it have a clear head? To see in all directions. It watches for prey, above and below at the same time. Nature built it to survive in a place where no light exists. That's not just strange, it's scary. Another nightmare is the gulper eel. It looks like a shadow snake. Its body is long and thin, but its mouth, it's massive. So big that it can swallow animals its own size. It doesn't bite. It opens wide and sucks in water, fish, and whatever else is near. Then it swallows slowly in the dark. With no eyes watching, the gulper eel was seen by a robotic camera in the Gulf of Mexico. The team watching the video said nothing at first. They just stared, because they had never seen anything like it. Then the creature turned, right toward the camera, and vanished. Gone. No sound, no trace. Just water. Let's talk about something even stranger. The giant ampo. It looks like a giant insect. A cross between a shrimp and a cockroach. But it's over 10 inches long. That's huge for a deep-sea bug. And it lives miles beneath the surface. It has armor-like skin, sharp claws, and it can survive freezing water and crushing pressure. Scientists found it by accident. A team lowered a trap to study small fish. When they pulled it up, they found something else. Something moving. Something clicking. They opened the box and saw a wriggling, pale creature. Its shell was hard as metal. Its legs wouldn't stop moving, and it didn't die right away. That scared them, not because it was aggressive, but because it shouldn't be alive at the surface. But it was, for hours, that made scientists ask, how many more of these things are down there? And what happens if they start moving upward? Next is the vampire squid. Its name sounds fake, like a monster from a movie, but it's very real and very strange. It lives in the deep, where no sunlight exists. It has red eyes, a soft cloak-like body, and webbing between its tentacles, like a cape. But here's the scary part. It doesn't hunt like other squids. It floats, it waits, and then it strikes. It uses its tentacles to wrap around prey, then pulls them into the darkness. And when it's scared, it doesn't release ink. It releases blue glowing mucus. Scientists have no idea why. It could be to distract enemies, or it could be a warning. We don't know. Some cameras have caught vampire squid doing something else. They pulse light through their skin. In patterns like signals, are they communicating? Are they calling to others? Or are they warning us to stay away? Now we move into the unknown. Creatures not found in science books, not shown in documentaries, but seen by mistake. One clip was recorded in 2016 by a deep-sea robot. It was exploring a trench off the coast of New Zealand. The water was calm. Nothing. Unusual then, something passed in front of the camera. It was long. Very long. It didn't swim like a fish. It flowed through the water. No fins, no tail, no eyes. But the shape was real. You could see it twisting, like a ribbon made of skin. Some people said it was a deep-sea worm. Others disagreed. They said it was too big, too smooth, and it moved with purpose. The clip was removed from the official site. No explanation, just gone. But a few frames were saved by ocean watchers. They say it was a new species. Or maybe not new, just never revealed. Another story came from a diver in the 1990s. He was working with the military. He went deeper than usual, using a special suit. The ocean was silent. Then he saw something. It looked like a net, but it was moving. alive. It had no eyes, no mouth, but it pulsed, he said it, was watching him, not with eyes, but with its whole body. He moved up slowly, and it followed. He had to surface early. When he came back, he reported it. But they told him to stay quiet. They said it was classified. Why? If it was just a fish, why keep it secret? Some say the ocean is full of things we're not meant to find. Creatures that live in total silence, that sense movement, that feel pressure. They don't need to see us. They already know we're there, and maybe they don't want us down there. Some deep-sea creatures don't look like animals at all. They look like shadows. In 2018, a camera on a mining robot caught something strange. The footage showed a large shape moving across the ocean floor. It had no clear head, no limbs, just a thick, rolling form like a shadow crawling on the ground. It didn't swim. It dragged itself, and when the lights from the robot hit it, it disappeared. No burst of water, no escape. It just faded into the dark. Scientists said it could have been a camera glitch, but deep-sea engineers disagreed. They said the camera was working fine, and the shadow had weight. It left marks on the ocean floor. Marks like heavy scrapes. What kind of creature leaves tracks like that, in a place where nothing big is supposed to live? And then there's the mystery of the red spiral. A few years ago, a team from a university dropped a camera into the Arctic Sea. When they checked the footage, they found a strange object floating in the deep dot. It wasn't a fish. It wasn't plastic. It was spinning slowly, like a spiral of red silk. No eyes, no bones, no body, just movement, endless spinning. When they tried to analyze the footage, the video became corrupted, and the sample was lost. Just like that, the lead scientist called it an unknown life form. Then, months later, he stopped talking about it. No papers, no updates, no answers. What happened to that discovery? Why was it never shared? Some believe these creatures are new species. Others say they are ancient, older than us, older than the land. Maybe they never came up to the surface. Maybe they never had to. But now, we're going down there. With lights, with machines, with noise. And maybe, just maybe, they're starting to notice. In the next chapter, we'll explore not just what we've seen, but what we've heard, from deep, mysterious booms to chilling underwater signals. We'll uncover the sounds that science still can't explain, and what they might be trying to tell us.